Hello, Albion. I'm here with head men's basketball coach Jody May. Jody, thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
All right, so last year you guys went 21-5, defending MIAA regular season champs. But kind of talk about your mindset, not only to defend that title, but to come back and avenge that loss, early exit in the tournament, to win both this year.
Each year's different, and I think that we had a lot of discussions this summer. Did a lot of Zoom calls and met with the team, and I think that the one thing that we came up with that I think says it all is that it doesn't matter, get better, and I think you can take that in a lot of different ways, but I think it's important for our guys to understand it doesn't matter what happened last year. We got to continue to get better, got to continue to improve, and trying to get them to understand that if we continue to improve, if we continue to play at our best, the results will take care of themselves. And so it's new. It's going. Heck, we won a lot of close games last year, and things certainly could have gone the other way. And so that's the whole mindset, is we just want to continue to improve and get better each day, and see what happens.
Now we're going to talk about your front court first. Obviously you're led by some seniors. You have Caden, who is arguably one of the best players in the conference. Kind of start there. What do you got working for you down low this year? Yeah,
I mean, Caden's a great player. He's turned into, he's really developed himself over the years, and he was injured his first year, third game into his career. He tears an ACL, and so he came back for his fifth year. And as crazy as it is, he's going to try to play and see what happens this year. But he's really developed into a great player. He's really matured, and we know that he's certainly an option, and we need to find creative ways to get him the basketball. We can't just line up and put him on the block, and everybody knows about him. Everybody's going to be trying to stop him. So we need to find ways to get him the basketball.
You have a lot of guards returning. Talk about your experience there and your depth in the backcourt.
Yeah, we have a lot of guys who played last year, played in games, and I think Cortez Garland and Juwan Perry and MJ Barnes, those guys have played a lot of games already, and Juwan's a senior, and MJ and Cortez are juniors, and they've played a lot of games in their career, and so I think that we're going to rely a lot on them, and we need to continue to improve and get better, and they are, and with all this being said, we just want to try to play some games. Like, who knows what's going to happen, so. But we need to develop some other guys too. We need to find guys who maybe haven't played a whole lot of games in their career, and to add some depth to our roster and our bench, and so we'll see what happens with those other guys.
Awesome. Now you are in your 13th year here, and like you kind of touched on, it's not really a normal year. Never seemed like anything like this in your 13 years. But with the COVID situation, you always kind of prep for the unexpected. And half hour before filming this, we already had a change in our schedule. You and your guys and your coaching staff can prepare and do a scouting report for one team, and all of a sudden that game gets moved and you got to adjust to another opponent. Kind of talk about how you guys plan to handle that, and even how you are handling that in this moment.
Yeah, I actually don't think it's that, change of schedules and all that stuff. If they get a chance to play, they're going to be happy. And if we got to go through schedule changes and all that stuff, I told them the other night that, they all played AAU travel basketball, and they've all gone through where you just show up 5 minutes before the game and play, and then the next game was supposed to be at one time, and then it's moved to another, and moved to another building, and so they've gone through this before. It's nothing new to them. It's a little different at the college level, for arrangements and all that stuff. But for them, they just want to play. They just want to get on the court again, and I feel for everyone. I feel for these athletes, and missing out on a lot of opportunities. So having a chance to get on the court again, they're not going to care where it's at or when it is, or if we had to change it 3 times. They just want to play.
I know you said, your guys are happy to be playing and stuff, but you guys still had 2 weeks from your first practice to your first game after a long break. So what do you have to do to prepare in that kind of short amount of time?
Yeah, and practices in the fall when you're not playing are completely different than practices when you're getting ready to play a game. I'm glad we had the opportunity to at least get him in the gym a little bit this fall, but it kind of seems like we're putting a lot of things in really quick. But in a normal year, after 2 weeks of practice, they're ready to they're tired of playing against each other, and they're ready to play somebody new. So we're gonna, even though we miss out on maybe some other preparation, it might be a good thing that we're only practicing for 2 weeks and getting to play a game. So I think we're all gonna go through this, I just don't think that it's gonna mean that much. After a few games, it's not gonna. We'll be in the groove of things and get going, but it might be rough early on, but that's okay. At least they get an opportunity to play.
That's right, and your opportunity to play starts this Saturday, January 23rd. Already a schedule change. The men's basketball team will be traveling to Adrian for a 3 p.m. tip-off. So just stay updated on Go Brits because, well, we know it's going to be one of those years. Jody, thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Good luck this year.
Thank you.